slots on the river. So we're gonna do 3 videos today. Are you ready? Say I'm ready. Are you ready? Say I'm ready.
Tips and tricks living in Southwest Florida. There's our builder today. We're gonna talk about construction in Southwest Florida with Mark Baraball, M.A.B. Homes. He's sitting in his truck. He's one of the best in the area, so stay tuned.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know my sweet.
We're on Schultz Road on the river, looking due west in Fort Myers, in between Gulf Harbor and Palmetto Point. Deep water. There's a plane. We got a little beeping noise going on. That's a construction site.
Yeah, blows my mind. She's my love.
We got the bulldozers. We got the concrete guys here. Love this. As a kid, I did concrete. I did electrical. I did framing. I did plumbing. I was more the grunt guy, though. I didn't actually do the work. They just told me what to do. This was one estate, and there's probably 13,000 square feet when it first started, as far as what was here before, and they tore it down. It was on at, I think at the time, it was on at $5 million. Guy came in, bought it, tore the house down, split the property up in 4 lots. Gulf Harbor is over here to the left. The Point House over there, we just sold that for $7.5 million. So values, they're there. You think you can get me on that bulldozer? You think you can get me on there?
Yeah.
You think you'd let me drive it?
About 20 bucks.
I'll pay 20 bucks to drive that thing. It's amazing though. It's like, you know, at this stage, what's it gonna look like? You know, you come out and you go, it doesn't look that big. How big is this one right here?
A little over 5,000 living.
A little over 5,000 square feet. Doesn't feel like it.
Nah, not until walls go.
And that's 5,000 square feet under air.
Under air, yeah.
So you got your garages, you got your porches. So that's the thing. When people think 5,000 square feet, sometimes they think total. But that's under air. That's not including your garages. That's not including your porches. That's not including your pool. That's under air. So he's probably gonna have the pool. That's the porch area. And then you got the pool, negative edge pool, spilling out to the water.
Right.
That's cool.
Fire bowls and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So as far as building goes, when you first start out, tell us about the process.
So, you know, most of the time, people have just bought a lot or they're looking for a property, and
hopefully through me.
Hopefully through you, of course, always through you. So once they find the piece of property, you know, then it's kind of developing a relationship with them and figuring out what architect, you know, engineer company will suit them the best. You know, some people want really detailed, you know, extravagant plans. Some people just want, you know, the normal plan, and you know, price pays a lot into that too. Some of these architects are expensive, some are average. So, you know, starting at that and then working with them to develop their plan. You know, architects are great, but they don't always think of everything that goes into it. So it's always my goal to be involved throughout the whole process.
So,
yeah.
Is that bugging you? Should we go up a little bit more?
Blows my mind. She's my lover.
This is stem wall, right?
This is done.
And elevation on this one's pretty high. So you brought in some fill, but not that much. You didn't need that much fill.
Right. Well, their goal was to only have a 4-inch step into the house. So they didn't want the garages lower like most of them are. So we have enough distance to the road, you know, where we can gently grade it down and have just a 4-inch step, as you can see, into the entry. So this one won't look like, from the front, won't look like your normal house that's on the canals or river here, because it'll look like it's almost like a slab on grade.
Yeah.
Now when you go to the back, you know, with that seawall
elevation,
elevation, it'll be off the ground.
Yeah.
But that helps for their view.
Yeah.
You know, that gives them a great view without seeing a seawall. I mean, there's straight water.
Sometimes you go by these jobs and, you know, we're concrete construction here all the way up to the roof. You still see construction where it's concrete and then it's frame on the second level. Or there's details like garages where they frame out those little curves. And instead of framing it out, they could do concrete. I mean, are those things that people should be concerned with and look at?
Personally, you know, I believe so. My kind of thought process is I don't like stucco over wood, period, unless it's 100% unavoidable.
Yeah.
Second story, possibly if you have spans that aren't really cost effective to span with concrete, it's one thing, but by the time I go through my waterproofing process to stucco over the wood, you're paying for the cost of block and the extra structure. So to me, I always try to get it to where if it's going to be stucco, it's going to be on concrete. Those two systems go together. They mesh.
Now you get involved not just with the construction of it, but again, the landscape part of it, drainage, all that kind of stuff. Really having the right team to help you with that, with the landscapers, the designers, all of the architects, design architects for the landscaping, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's all
from
in the
start
end,
to finish.
It's one big package, really. I mean, everything affects pretty much anything on site. So getting those guys involved early and getting designs done makes a big difference and helps keep everything a lot smoother.
When you're thinking about a roof, I know you built a house on the river not too long ago. Somebody I know, and they put that underlayment in, and they wanted a double underlayment, 2-ply. I mean, why? Well, but I've heard that a few times more. Where, hey, I want that done twice. I mean, does that really?
No, I mean, I think the internet has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
People searching stuff, and
you can find out a lot on the internet, and some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes the client, they become an expert, they think, and they're just getting too much into it.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why it's important to pick the right builder.
Right.
That's why it's important to pick the right designer, the architect, all that, because they know their stuff. Especially with this type of property and how extensive these things can be, and all the things to consider. You really better find a good builder.
She's my lover.
With homes like this, what are people really kind of excited about? I want this, I want that, or you come into play and you know what you should really do? This is where you should do this. It's like a fireplace in Florida. Why do you need a fireplace inside?
I don't know.
I mean, why would you put a fireplace inside? Put it outside.
Yeah.
Do the fire pits. Do the fire bowls. The fireplace on the porch. That's where you're going to enjoy it. So that's where the designer comes in. That's where the builder comes in.
Well, and on this one too, the architect did everything, and as we're walking through the windows, going through the window order before we place the window order, I noticed we didn't have any windows in the big master closet, so we added a window in there. We moved.
Why would you need a window in the master closet?
Just for light.
Just for light. Okay.
With 12-foot ceilings, I mean, you put that window up there. It's not.
Well, there's a couple
with
thoughts to
storage.
that. Do I want to let my wife see what she's got in there, or would I rather have it dark? Because if it's dark, maybe she doesn't buy as many clothes. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that works.
She loves me, yes she loves me, and it blows my mind.
So, Mark Baraball, M.A.B. Homes, one of Southwest Florida's best builders. Need your home built? Want to build a home? Give him a call.
Give us a call.
She's my lover.